Started. All right, welcome back to the 919 Air It Out podcast. I got my boy Demario, Sean, Kevin with me. We should be having some other people coming through. If not, it is what it is. All right. A lot of stuff has been going on. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's been going on the last couple of days, and we have a lot of good topics. On top of that, we got some topics from my boy Demario. He got the topics for us today. And we're gonna be running through these. But other than that, how y'all been? How y'all been living through the quarantine still?
Surviving. It's definitely a bunch of changes though. Being in college, especially this is my senior year, and here I am like quarantined in a freshman dorm as an RA. So that's how I'm kicking it off.
Damn.
But it's some good stuff too. Still, like I was still able to land a full-time job, made it through the first semester. So just got like one semester left.
Oh yeah,
and I'm out of here.
You told me about that price, that check. You might have to come. I might have to come to your house because his check looking crazy.
Yeah, I got you.
You're laughing, but I'm dead serious.
Oh, I know. Right. Trust me.
All right. Mario, Kev, what's going on?
Nothing. Same old.
Same thing. I mean, just basically drove down from North Carolina to Florida probably about 2 weeks ago. So I've been down here. Same thing. Basically, it's North Carolina, just doing whatever. The only difference is you can go outside and hoop because it's not 40 or 30 degrees outside. So
that's true. We got Gio adding in.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
On green side.
Yeah, you might want
to
turn to the side.
Yeah.
It's kind of outside. It's kind of we looking at you from the side.
Hold on. You go horizontal.
There we go.
You go.
Yeah.
Wait. All right.
Oh man, he said cut the whole camera off.
There you go.
It's still upside down?
That's good.
Now you're good now. Yeah.
Okay.
How you been, G? How you been doing quarantine?
Doing it a day at a time, man. Just out here trying to cover up, keep that thing on me. I'm referring to that sanitizer.
Got you. Gotta keep that sanitizer on you. 2 squirts. Pause.
Yeah, don't pause because I don't know. Yeah, please. Well, I mean, so what y'all into so far? What's been the topics?
Oh no, we ain't even start yet. I was about to go right into it. So probably gonna go in order, but Mario came through with the questions, and we're gonna start with: do guns make society safer or more violent? Anybody got anything on it?
I think it's a double-edged sword, right? Because let's say you take all guns away, like there can still be violence, but it'll reduce it. But at the same time, people need some self-defense in certain areas. So, and for me, like I wouldn't care. Like I would, I don't know. It's like I think we'd be fine without them, but like if nobody had them, but at the same time, it's like people always get their hands on stuff anyways. So that's where it's hard.
I think it'd be better without them. I mean, growing up like in the neighborhood, like anytime you had a problem or an argument, like just let them fight it out.
Exactly.
They get it over with, and then we back to doing what we're doing. No problems. Like nowadays, like anything get heated while you out, you be scared. You have to start running because somebody gonna start shooting.
Exactly.
Like people just don't have any self-control with it, and they forget like it's a weapon of mass destruction in like the specific part of society that you're in, because like certain guns can hold 12 rounds. That's 12 people's lives right there.
Exactly.
No, I agree with that. I think it'd be better without them. In our circumstances, it depends on where you live. In certain areas, probably you may need them more in our situation right now with our amendment rights and all that, and how that's not changing. I don't think there's no room for assault rifles anywhere. I don't know why they're even like legal for anybody to go get them at a gun show or whatever. But like statistically, you look at other countries and like Australia and all that, like they had one mass shooting. I forgot when the year was, but they got rid of like all guns and all their mass shootings went down. So I think just by the amount of like people are gonna get their hands on guns, but just at least to get to make it illegal, that help with mass shootings and things like that, because a lot of people who have resources to actually buy guns and get their hands on them maybe wouldn't. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, I might have to agree. I might have to say that if nobody had them, then I think it'd be safer. But it's kind of like thing you said, like people are always gonna find a way. Like they're gonna find a way to make a weapon, you know. But if nobody has them, then yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
All right, G, it's on you.
You got to refer back to Friday. You know, like okay, you gonna use the gun or you gonna use these? You know, like it's really something that's a lot more. It's a lot quicker to enter the gun versus let's say that a fist fight does break out. You're basically ending things a lot quicker, but that does not necessarily make you better off. Because I mean, at least with okay, you got a disagreement, you got to fight. At least you could live to see it, another day. But with guns, it's more so like either one person is going to walk away from it or nobody's going to walk away from it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's something that you got to take seriously because not everybody is trained to wield a gun how they're supposed to. We're going to talk about how people hold guns sideways.
Oh,
Not accurate. Just something to think about, man. With guns being accessible through your home, would you want your kids to be able to get access to these type of things? And what guns mean for Americans? Is this something that's helping us, or is this something that's making our living arrangements a lot worse?
definitely a lot worse.
I think that's a great point, talking about actually knowing how to shoot a gun too, because you hear all the time about stray bullets and then hitting people they weren't trying to hit. So that's a huge thing. That's everywhere. It's not even just in America. But
Even to the guy who that was it, the 19-year-old football player that had like a gun accident recently.
Dude is a dude from Utah.
Yeah, supposed to be like rookie of the year or freshman of the year. I think we move kind of past this. Make you feel bad. I mean, I'll be talking about getting the strap, but I just be lying.
I mean, I got one, but I know how to shoot it, and I'm never going to use it unless I absolutely have to. First of all.
Mm-hmm.
True though. I don't think I need to get one. I feel like I'm gonna brandish it too much. Cause I'm definitely gonna be like, you know what?
You know what's under this drawer? You know what's under this drawer right now?
Exactly. You know what? You found me in basketball. You found me in Lifetime. Let me go to my car real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah, you might do something like that. I can see it.
Exactly. Nah. All right.
Everybody like, it's time to go.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm going to his truck again. Everybody, let's go.
All right. All right. So the second question is: is torture ever justified?
I don't think so. Yeah, like at least in my, I just think it's like it's inhumane. Whether like someone did something real bad or whatever. Like torture, that's just like playing with somebody's life. So I don't know. I just don't like it. Even if it was a bad person, I don't think torture is justified.
I think even if go ahead, Ken. What you about to say?
I kind of disagree. Only reason I say that is because more or less of if you're torturing this person to save other people.
Yeah.
That's the only way of justification I see it is if this person has a bomb in a whole bunch of places and you're torturing him to figure out where this is. I feel like in a sense, it's justified because you're doing it to help others.
I think one of the arguments with torture is like to talk about whether someone's a bad person or whatever they did, whatever they're doing is warrants a someone to be tortured. That's where you get into like the sticky stuff because people will be like, all rapists should be tortured or whatever. All this should do whatever. And so it's hard to really pick which like what person or what offense really warrants torture. I mean, something like that though is like with you like finding out how to get a bomb or something like get the bombs off of the streets or whatever. I mean, that makes more sense, but
yeah, I mean, like I'm not like switching my answer, but it's I have a little more leeway for if it's like to get important information that would save lives.
Oh,
so it's like,
okay.
But at the same time, like it's just I still don't feel like it's right.
But it's just it's a slippery road to go down because you get that like you have that and then that power can be misused against somebody else. You know what I mean? Like it's. So it's like the narrative can always be switched. So that's always the issue with torture, and I think it's probably better to not have it in our society in general. I think, but
I feel you.
Personally, I agree with Cam. Like if it's something that's like time sensitive, like you got to get to these bombs before it goes off, or like you're trying to save people from a kidnapper who's basically like, I get everybody's seen Silence of the Lambs, right?
Right.
Like, so something in that situation, like I would like, if you have information, like share it that can save somebody's life and somebody's being held against their will and where they're at. Yes, but then like also not to break somebody's will. I wouldn't do that. Like, don't just torture for fun or to break somebody's will.
Yeah. I feel you.
Man, I would put it in a perspective of, would you mind getting tortured? Let's say you get kidnapped and you end up getting tortured for something that you know nothing about. Would you want the torture to go on, or would you want it to be over with? At the same time.
Oh, I'm snitching.
Preferably. I mean, like, but it's like, okay, let's say if you don't know the answer, do you want to continue to be tortured, or do you want to just go ahead and end
it? I'm gonna give them whatever they want. Pause.
It'll cut both your legs off. It'll cut your arm off. I'm like, bro, I can't even walk. Go ahead and do what you got to do, cause.
No, I mean, I feel you on that. I mean, but it's it's a hard position to be in because because if you don't know what they talking about and you out here getting tortured, then dang.
But where are they on some Batman type shit? Like they done beat you up bad. Like,
oh yeah.
Ain't even ask no questions. Just put the hands on you. Like, what can you do at that in that point in time?
That sound like something I saw on Instagram. The you won't die, but you'll die from your hospital bills. Superheroes or Batman and Spider-Man.
Like, say here, put me back together.
Well, speaking of hospital bills, this is kind of off topic, but so out of nowhere, this one girl in our class, like she put in like our big ass group chat with everybody in it, and she was talking about look at this experience. Like my boyfriend and I had a Cracker Barrel. Like I really appreciate it. And it's this long ass thing about how they got food poisoning and how they got diarrhea. And I don't know why she put that in our main chat. And she's like, and it was her boyfriend's uncle who was talking about some. They ruined both of our bathrooms because they had. I swear to God, they said they ruined our bathroom and our rugs because they had fiery diarrhea. And one of them passed out and hit their head on the bathtub, and they had to go to the emergency room. Like, and they spent like $1,500, and they blaming Cracker Barrel. Like that shit is crazy, man. And they're like the craziest thing about all this too is they were like Cracker Barrel was such a staple in our family. I was like, why is Cracker Barrel a staple in y'all's family? That's mistake number one. Come on.
Do they even season their food?
Well, another thing too. Well, and the thing they were like, okay, they had chicken fried steak and chicken fried chicken, like, and they shared it. I was like, your stomach, you're asking for it at that point. You get chicken fried steak and chicken fried, and you mixing and matching like this fucking Olive Garden or something. I don't even know. Anyways, I just saw that. That was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen, to post that in a group chat and then have somebody's uncle, because I know the uncle was talking about her when they're saying that she had like fiery diarrhea coming out of her butt, and then she hit her head on the bathtub.
Oh,
like that's crazy.
Oh yeah, I definitely would have said something. Are you good?
Dang.
Raw to play.
Anyway, next topic.
Oh yeah, next. All right. So, what's the worst characteristic of a female you could deal with?
All right, I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there because I've been going through it this past couple months. Okay, let's say let's say you done bought some food, right?
Oh man.
So you already know I'm about to go, right? You go over there eating your food all nice and good. You done got your nice little entrees and everything. It's set out. You in the living room having a good old time. About to get the shows ready, everything. You didn't ask her. You didn't ask her what she want to eat. She said, "Oh, I'm not that hungry right now, babe. It's okay. I'm not that hungry right now." So she's in the room. You having a good old time. 5, 15 minutes in, you about to finish the food. She come in. Oh, let me try some of that. Let me try some of them fries. Let me try some of that Alfredo you got from Olive Garden. Knowing damn well you gotta wait a good 20 to 30 minutes for the Olive Garden just to get ready and prepping everything. She didn't got into your plate and all that. After you specifically asked her if she was hungry. Mind you, I'm not the type to share my food. So when you dig your hand in that, it's gonna be an issue. Like, but it's just female stomachs really don't be as accurate as somebody like us, where we know what we want. Okay, we know we're gonna be hungry later, so we say it don't matter if you order something. It don't matter what you get me. I'm not too picky. But with them, it's like, well, where are you getting it from? I don't really like him. I had bad gas last time I ate from there. Just small stuff. But yeah, that's probably one of them for me.
Okay. All right. Anybody else?
Indecisiveness. That's the biggest thing.
Woo!
I hate an indecisive person.
Yeah,
Oh
so-
my goodness.
Say it with me now. Say it with me. Say it with me. Don't play with me.
Play with your man.
Exactly.
But now, like I'm a very decisive person. Like I'm okay with making a decision, and whatever happens, good or bad, I'm gonna deal with it because I made a decision. But sometimes, like if we're together, I'm be like, okay, it's your turn to make this certain decision.
Mm-hmm.
And if all I get from you out of this 1 out of 100 times is, I don't know. Why don't you think
Swear to
about it? Why don't you
God.
decide this?
Oh my God.
Like 99% of the time I'm making decisions, it's gonna kill me. Because usually I start off with something small, like, hey, we already here. These are 3 things that I know you want off this menu. Just pick one. And if you're gonna say, like, I don't know, just pick something for me. I can't.
Right. You about to get ice water.
Or you pick somebody up. It's like you pick somebody up and like, what you trying to do, and then they're like, I don't know what you're like, whatever you can go, we can do whatever. And then you're like, all right, let me decide. Then they're gonna come at you later. Like you always decide what we want to do. Like
Oh
because
boy.
you don't ever say nothing.
Boy.
You never say nothing.
I'm ready to swing at that point.
Uh-huh.
But who the fuck is this in the house? I don't know who this person is.
Gotta make sure my wife ain't in here. All right, so mine gotta be moving stuff.
Oh, that's a good one.
Gosh,
Hell
like,
yeah.
gosh, like, so I'll be like, yo, where my shoes at? She's like, oh yeah, I put them under the bed. What are you doing? Like, they were near the front door. She was like, oh, or like, hey, where my PlayStation 4 controller at? Oh, I put it on top of the PS4. Like, I had it on the couch.
And that's a whole thing. Like my girl does that too because like with her, she's very into organizing things and putting stuff into like cubbies. And for me, I just be putting shit wherever, but I know where it is. Like like no matter where it is, I know where it is, and then she changed it up, and I don't know where my calculator went or some shit like that. Like it's that was a big adjustment. Like when I first started with my girlfriend, was like back in the day was that. Cause our room wasn't even that big. I was still like losing stuff from that going on. But
oh yeah, that's my big one, moving stuff.
This could deal with.
Or yeah, I think this is could. It said could deal with, but Because
Yeah.
obviously he's still with his wife, so
Yeah, I mean, Chris could deal with, but it's still one of those like, I mean, we could do couldn't after.
Yeah. I mean, so mine like is like one that kind of leads into another. So like taking a lot of time to get ready and go somewhere. Like I'm a person who's like I'm like patient and impatient. So it's like, you know, when we say like a set time, like I'll be there at that time, right? But it's like if you're not ready by that time, it's kind of like annoying. You know, I could deal with it though, but at the same time, it's like the other thing would be like double standards. Because you know, let's say like I'm a little late to something, and then like you get some backfire for that. Like yeah, no, because like it's supposed to be like kind of equal, you know. So
yes,
there's some double standards there. It's like, you know, I could deal with it a little bit, but yeah, this guy's really
you set
annoying
the time. Be like, hey, you got an hour to get ready. We already talked about this like 3 days ago.
Exactly.
Nah, you got to be
like,
serious. Start up the car.
They lay in the bed until like 5 minutes ago. I'm like, oh, let me get up and get ready.
Bro, that whole thing is like the whole being on time thing. Like if I'm like my girl got better about this, but early on she used to be like, I used to pull up to her house and be at her front door for like 10 minutes. And I wasn't trying to ring the doorbell. I just called her, text her. I didn't want to like, you know, I don't want to interrupt her family or whatever they was doing or be loud or anything like that. And then I wait outside for like 10 minutes. And then if it's the same thing for me, she pull up and I ain't come down in like 5 minutes, she's just gonna leave. I'm like,
wow.
Like that's the double standard you're talking about, Sean. Like that and I don't know, that whole getting ready thing is and then too, if they have questions, they're like, well, I feel rushed. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
That's how it is, man.
Jesus.
All right, we're gonna go to the next one. Everybody do theirs.
Wait, okay, I got one more scenario.
All right.
This one a little bit more. This one a little bit more vulgar. Like, okay, so like, what if you got like the baddest girl in the entire world, like perfect, like everything that you ever wanted somebody like. You got fat old ass, got got a lot of tetas, got everything, and then but y'all get into it and her poom poom stink like bad. Can y'all put up with that?
See, I'm gonna have to talk to her about it.
Like for like a prolonged period of time.
Oh no, it won't last that long. If I smell it the first time, I'm gonna say something. I'm just that.
Oh man.
It smell like some smell like Red Lobster in here. And guess what? We didn't order nothing today. So
my goodness. Hey, you better get you a nice good old pressure washer.
Nah, you got
pressure washer.
Nah, you gotta say something like real slick with it. Like, hey man, like why don't we do it in the shower?
He keep turning around. Boy, can't keep turning around.
Nah, I'm just
he look like that sketch off of Key and Peele where they talking, they look around
they like I said
you about to have to go to space. Man. Come on now.
Nah, but just like you gotta let's take a shower together. And then if it's still you know, then I don't know what to tell you. Like I'm gonna say I would ask her some questions. Try not to be rude. Like, did you eat fish today or something?
Nah, just gotta tell him. Your coochie stink. You need to wash.
I don't know what's going on up in here.
I'd be like, is your pH off? You gotta fix that.
Oh yeah.
But let's drink water. No more juice. No more.
Thank you.
No more of that.
Let's just drink straight water.
I don't do this to you, so I ain't gonna do it to me.
Oh man, chill. All right, what's the worst characteristic a guy could have?
And we sit here and say crickets.
Okay. So we've all lived with roommates in college, right?
Oh man.
So I'm gonna have to say hygiene. Like I can't stand going through a full load of class. And I got my roommate smelling like fucking cheese and onions throughout the whole day.
Oh, you talking about?
That's probably the most annoying thing.
Are you talking about the new dude? They got a name as a color.
We ain't gonna say no names, dog. We ain't gonna say no names.
He ain't gonna listen to this,
dog.
It's Air It Out. It's the Air It Out podcast.
I feel like everybody had that one roommate.
Girl, I did have that one. Jordan was the worst.
That was my freshman year, which was goodness.
No, you
Like literally look. So we we were in the traditional like freshman dorm, which is like the two beds next to each other. So I couldn't have any friends over because the room would just be completely trashed on his side, and I just didn't want to have people over like that because like he had a coffee pot, right? You look over to his side, there's like mold in his coffee pot. He's not cleaning anything up.
man.
Spilling creamer on his desk, letting it dry up on the desk and everything.
no.
So now it looks like something else.
Yeah, like but it's like I didn't want to have anybody over, so like I had to constantly go to other people's places because I was like, I can't have people over here, man. Like even if it's not mine, it's like it's just within that proximity. It's so close.
So,
Yeah. My roommate when I first moved in was like random. He was kind of cool, so I wasn't really that worried about it. But after a while, like this dude was so lazy, he slept in jeans. Like he didn't want to he got in the covers with jeans because he didn't want to change and get out of bed. And he would get up in the morning. He like never washed his sheets. He would get up in the morning, like hop out of bed, and this is the thing down here. He just say like with dead skin cells.
Man.
This shit was disgusting.
Okay, well, I think I got the best roommate one from my military college. So me and my roommate, we were cool, but we had a suite mate. So he refused to shower. And when I mean refused, like we went on a 4-day like trip for the military, and we had to be out in the field for like 4 straight nights. So it rained, we were sweating, we had like 2 uniforms you changed in, and you didn't wash. We came back after 4 days. Everybody else is rushing to get into the shower. This dude puts on regular clothes and says, "Oh, I'm about to go eat lunch. Y'all want anything?" And we're like, "You don't want to get in the shower? Y'all want to get in the shower?" He's like, "Nah, bro." He's like, I'll just get in after. As soon as we get it, after we get out, we made sure we dried everything up to see if it was type of shower to get wet. And we came back and that shower was dry. Oh yeah.
I'll say personally, like having one, man, somebody that touched it that's not there. That shit made me mad.
Oh my
man,
God.
I got another one for that.
They tell you after, it's like, yo, I thought it was cool. My bad, bro.
Exactly. No. Dude asked me, "Can you get my bottle of alcohol?" And I said, "No." I came back, this shit was gone. Then talk about, "Oh, I'll pay you back," and then he got kicked out.
Bro, that's not. It sounds like you're giving me memories of my freshman roommate, man. I remember at one time I was home for winter break. He was still in the dorm room, and he's like, "Yo, man, it's cold outside. Can I borrow your gloves?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, right." So,
come on, man, what are you doing? That's the first mistake right there,
bro. And then he literally just smokes a cigarette with my gloves, man. I come back, it smells all like cigarettes, and and I also giving him money too if he needed some, and then it was like they never get it back.
Hell no.
It was enough. It was enough that I was okay with losing.
Like $5 or like $20.
20. I know it still hurts, but but it's not gonna kill me. It hurts, but it's not gonna kill me.
I'm gonna wait till you go to sleep and start beating on him. You don't give him money.
Pause.
Yeah, you're right. Definitely right on that. Pause on that. He's gonna get beat up. I'm waiting till you go to sleep and start swinging, man. With my fists.
I'm not gonna lie, man. It's been plenty of situations where you see how your roommates live, and it's just like, damn, like you are down bad. My living situation is way better than yours. I'll give you this $20 because I feel sorry for you, type thing. Like, damn, like where you only got one pair of socks and they got a hole in them. What are we doing? You got Vans that ain't Vans.
Oh.
You talking from the heart right now.
You got Vans.
You sound like personal experience.
Oh yes.
Talking about let me borrow your Jordan.
Just seeing everybody's living situation, man. It's crazy,
man.
It's like,
I remember when Jordan, like, he was the mustiest thing. Like, I don't know what he was using the shower with, but he was just had like a cloud of musty. Like, he left for like a week, and I felt so relieved. It was fresh, and then he came back, and it just came right with him.
Oh man,
it's like he was dragging demonic spirits along with him, and I just didn't understand.
He was cool though.
Yeah, bro, that's crazy.
That's because you didn't live with him.
Yeah, that's yeah. I mean, the way you talk about his hygiene, I never understood
He
how.
like they have
home
sex
saying
outside.
Mario did.
I mean, the way
Like
you talk.
yes, like I remember I was doing a paper.
That's the thing.
One time. I was doing a paper, listening to music.
Yeah.
And like he had a girl in the room, but I wasn't paying attention because I was just typing. I look back, they back there hugging. I was like, well, damn, I'm not here.
Oh God.
Yeah.
That's, like it was.
What type of female does it take to lay with a musty man like that? What?
White women.
Anybody that want weed.
He said white women.
No, I swear to God. Okay, so we talking about hygiene and like going to App State. Like I really thought like the same thing. Like guys are dirty. I recognize that, but like going over to like I seen just other like the way other like through my girlfriend and like her friends or just her roommates or whatever it was, seeing like how they live and how nasty they are and how like they weren't shower. They shower like once every like 3 days. I'm like, what the fuck are y'all on,
bro?
Like,
look. You don't even know it's like being the RA, man. Like we had to do the room inspections.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, bro. This one dude, like, so we get to his door, right? He opens it up and he's like, I'm not ready. And then we made the mistake of like, hey, no, we can still look and you can still possibly pass. And he's just like, okay. Opens it, bro. I don't even he just gets out the way. I don't even step in, bro. I already smell a whiff of his room, man. And I'm about to gag and like almost throw up. But the person I was with kept walking deeper into the room. Like, no, like I'm like, we could just fail just by looking into there and smelling it. Like, we don't need to walk in, but she kept walking in. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, how do you live like this though? And he said something like I heard him talking about like he had like a girlfriend too. I'm like, bro, there's no way you're bringing your girl up in here with your room smell like this. Unless she's the exact same. Like, I don't know.
Unless a pum pum stink. Unless that's contributing to.
Oh man.
We actually got to do. We got to do like that. We got to do like that in the hallway now. Like when I first got here, because I'm the assistant bay chief and I'm an airman leader. So like the dude that was the other airman leader, he was very like aggressive in how he talked to people. So like a group of them came to me like, "Hey, you should talk to Ref because he stink." I was like, "Why me? Why don't you do it? You been here longer." He was like, "If I do that, I'm gonna tell his ass he just needs to take a shower because he smells like shit." So I'm gonna talk to him, and like he opened his door, and I'm just sitting there struggling. I was like, "Hey, how you doing, man?" I was like, "You doing okay? You got a little smell coming from your room. Like, do we need to go to the BA? Get you some deodorant, some new body wash? What is it? Like, is it not working?" He's like, "I don't know. I just took a shower." I was like, "Are you sure?" He's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Okay, just do better because next time I have to go talk to one of the MTLs or somebody because you stink just a little bit."
Oh man, chill.
And then he dabbed me up like 2 weeks later. Like, you know how you dab somebody after you bring them in for like the back tap?
Oh man.
Oh man.
Hey.
And he lifted his armpit, like his arm up. That was the worst. Like my nose got stopped up, pulling my head out.
He was about to pass out.
Uh-huh.
All right, let's move on to the next one. All right. So what famous person made the greatest impact on society during your lifetime?
I mean, honestly, there you go.
I was just about to say the president.
That's what I'm about to say. 44.
I'm about to say, make sure you specify.
44.
I'll just say the president.
Barack Obama.
I think we all agree on that one. What's the next question?
I mean, unless somebody got something else different, Barack just changed everything. He pulling up to the Duke games.
I mean, if we're not talking like just politics, also just like at least for me, when I'm thinking like through my lifetime, it's just like technology as a whole. So I would say like Steve Jobs, because like I feel like the smart kind of smartphones we have like nowadays, I feel like that mainly like came from Apple. I had like my fair share of like Samsung phones too, but I feel like it all started with the Apple iPhones and stuff like that.
True enough.
Only other person.
Because I remember when the phones were just flip phones. Like I remember that clearly. And then all of a sudden, like you have phones like these now. It's just crazy to think of.
He changed the game.
I think the only other person I'd say outside Barack, because I agree, would be Dave Chappelle, and that's super personal because that's
Yes.
like my one idol. Like that boy, Dave Chappelle. I think he's done so much. He's fucking hilarious. Like everything he does, like all the shit he does has meaning behind it, but it's still funny the way he tells things. Most of the time, and I just think he's a genius.
I feel
He is
it.
an absolute comedic genius.
Oh yeah.
Fuck your couch.
White
Oh.
power.
Chill.
Bro, that shit was crazy. That was the first episode where he came out guns blazing.
Oh,
What else? All right, we're going to the next one. What is the worst sex performance you've ever had and why? Anybody want to go first?
I can start this off. So this
All
is that famous like I'm not gonna tell the girl name, but I mean we're gonna both take part in this. So I started off cool. Like this was one weekend, this is like a one night stand, we just drinking and shit. Shit happened, shit led to something. So she get on top. And somehow, like it was just boring as hell. I ended up falling asleep in the middle of her riding. And like I noticed it and I woke up and I just like, yo, I gotta get this nut off and get this over with. So that's exactly what I did. I got up, flipped her over, turned her around, and just, hey, there it was. She looked disappointed, but I was too. So it was fair.
oh my god. So it had to be for me, like personally, just a stiff like experience. Like you can't be elf on a shelf when we're having sex. Like
elf on the shelf.
You literally just going with the flow of things. Like you don't have any preferred things. You have no type of dominance. You have no type of like charisma when we're doing this. It's just like you laying there dead, like you just slump, like with your eyes closed. It's probably the worst ones where they just be like the quiet ones. Like I don't want to make too much noise.
I hate a quiet one.
Oh my god! I swear to God.
Yeah, I'll cover their face.
Oh yes. Like I make ugly faces I don't want you to see. Like, oh, slow down. Bro.
I hate that shit. Bro. I need to know you participating in this, so I'm gonna stop.
I'll probably say for me, it was one time where I didn't think I was gonna see my girl for like a few days or whatever. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna get this meat beat off. And then she texted me and she's like, "Can't come over?" I was like, "Yeah, you can come over." Like I thought we were just gonna hang out. And I was like, I literally just beat my shit like 5-10 minutes ago. And then she texts me as soon as I get done, and she coming straight over. And then like we get there, like we're gonna cool out for a little bit, get right into it. And then of course I'm just like I literally just beat my meat, so my shit wasn't getting as hard as it was supposed to. And then the fan was on, so she's getting dried out. Like shout out all the women that can keep a wet coochie with the fan on, the ceiling fan on. But that's probably the worst because that just didn't work.
I fuck with the story.
It was just funny. Like it wasn't that, but like we weren't tripping about it because that's my girl. So like we was just like, all right, like whatever, like try again in like a few hours. But like, but she was disappointed. She's like, "Why'd you beat your meat?" I was like,
you didn't know you was coming over.
Yeah. Like it's my fault. But yeah, that's the one I can remember.
Dang, mine was just actually it was my first year at Clemson. I pulled up on somebody, you know. I was just living life, man. I had so much money, my car, pulled up on somebody I always wanted to talk to. I ain't gonna say no names. Pulled up to the crib, took her out, and then we went somewhere, got in the car, went 5 pumps in, and was like, "Oh shit."
No.
And she was like, "Oh shit, what happened?" She was like, "Did it break or something?" I was like, "Nah, we kind of done."
They said we kind of done.
She was mad and she blocked me like 2 weeks later, dog.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Damn.
Dang.
Boy. It was just the anticipation.
You down for the 99.
It was that. It was that. It's that anticipation. You like, oh my god, always wanted to. Yeah, boy.
That's when you got to be top of your game, though. Like I know, anytime I got a hold of somebody I've been waiting to get a hold to,
See,
I'm going in there to kill.
Call
me famous because I'm about to snap.
You gotta focus and breathe. You have to breathe.
You gotta think of something else. Hey, bro, if you get to that point, you gotta think of something else just so you can you can stall a little bit.
I mean, that was back then. I understand all that stuff then. But back then, I was like 1, 2, 3. Oh, what's going on my stomach?
Nah. No. I just be sitting there thinking about all them years that you had me waiting. You gonna wait for this?
Man. And then she was like, she kept going. I'm thinking in my head, she don't even know.
That's the worst situation. That's the worst situation because you really just sit here numb. Like, damn, are you gonna stop or do I gotta throw you off?
Oh, swear to God! Oh my gosh! Swear to God!
You see how I'm not moving with you? Don't do anything else.
Stop moving free.
Look at my feet. Look at my feet.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, but that was it. That was my
story.
My boy down here just got back. He just got back down here and he met up with some girl. And she wasn't that attractive or whatever, in his opinion. But he's like, all right, whatever, we're gonna do it anyways. Like I was gonna hang out with her, see if she's cool. She wasn't. They got into it and stuff, and he didn't really want to do it, but he did it. But he was like, it was a poor performance. He's like, do I call her back just so she don't talk shit about me to her friends? Because her friends are kind of bad. So do I call her back and lay it down right?
Hell nah. You took an L. That's it. That's it. Just take that L. You good.
You should never got involved in that one. You knew better.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I told him, bro. He made a mistake from the beginning.
Exactly. It seemed like he was just in the
movie. It was because he called this girl she came over to watch The Bachelor, and then The Bachelor didn't work out in the living room. She's like, oh, why don't we watch it in your room? And he fell for it. I was like, ugh.
Oh, that's
Whoops.
Bro, speaking of which, I actually started watching it, bro.
Oh, you might have to talk about that later. I know we got our topics, but I got a lot to say about that shit.
Bro, so do I. Y'all need to get on that because first of all, it's the first Black Bachelor, and he's from Raleigh. Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes. Swear to God.
He going crazy.
I mean, it seemed like he authentic, you know.
Yeah.
He just real about it.
Okay, I look at it.
Yeah, he played football at Wake Forest.
Oh, that means he was trash. But go ahead.
He went to Sanderson. It's some dude in my class that knows him because he played football at Wake Forest as well, and he I don't know. I'm not gonna get into it, but
all right. Let's get to the next one. The top 5 things you heard from a girl during sex.
Ooh. Let's see. In no particular order. Poppy is always one of my favorites. When you hear them say like, when you hit them right and they're just like, fuck.
Oh,
that's another one.
Oh my
God. Had a girl say I gave her life, like she just yelled out, like, give me life, like she was screaming.
Oh, nah.
That's another one.
Oh no, I ain't heard that one. Give you life. That sounds too close to kid.
Oh man.
That's funny because the next one, this had me nervous, and I had to check. She was like, "You keep going, I'm gonna be pregnant." I instantly stopped and checked the condom. I was like, okay. And then let's see. What would be number 5? I don't want to be cliche, but I guess daddy. Like anytime I say like girl, we're like, yeah, daddy.
Oh yeah, it's over after that. It's like I got 15 seconds after you say that. You say that, I'm like, oh man, come on, man. You do that for her.
Now Poppy is what get me. If I hear that, especially somebody that got an accent to them.
Oh yeah, this dude Demario. Like, oh. All right, who's next? I mean,
I ain't got nothing, bro.
Oh no, it's all good, Sean. Sorry, I ain't mean to put you.
My time. I didn't even put me on the spot, man.
I ain't mean
my time will come, man. Hey, put me on the next podcast, man. I got you.
All right, yeah.
I'm about to get it right now. It's on the way tonight.
Quarantine coochie.
Exactly. Quarantine and
QC.
chill.
Put a mask on.
QC.
Put a mask on.
Oh man, you going that QC
But
time?
like, I don't like the whole like it's yours thing. It's like, what is mine? Are you
no,
baby or what's going on? I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like that. I think just overall having a quiet female actually make noise. It's like
okay.
you know
All
she's
right.
like
Yeah.
reserved. You
When
actually get her to come out her comfort zone.
One of the ones where like she
Like
quiet,
that was
like she
probably,
finally got to release it. Like
yeah, like you ain't got
Okay.
no choice. You ain't got no choice. We already here. What's up? I'm outside. So
Couple day.
that'd probably be the best one. Like because it's once you go Super Saiyan God, they ain't got no choice but to that's
Tell
it.
him.
That's it. You can't
And that's the thing
you
about it.
can't
It's like
block
because
this
you were.
punch.
It's like sometimes you really feel like blessed in that moment because like no one else hearing this, or maybe not no one else, but only a select few people hearing this, depending on if it is like a quiet girl or something like that, or a girl that really don't get around that much.
huh.
And you look at him, you're like, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
But I'm kind of with
She didn't make
Demario.
noise during that time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But Demario, he had a bunch of them like that. Fuck that shit go crazy.
Uh-huh.
That's a big debate around daddy or whatever. A lot of people, like a lot of girls say, I can't call nobody daddy, and then a lot of people would be like, I can't call somebody daddy. And then people in the South, I was talking to somebody about this the other day. She was like, oh, I call my daddy, so I don't want to call nobody daddy. I was like, all right, I understand that, but if you get with a girl who don't have a dad in her life, I mean,
I feed you, I clothe you.
Yeah.
But no, and I mean, just it depends on who you're with too. Because it's like I don't know, it really depends on the person. Because you're with somebody. If you're like me, been in a long relationship, like certain things, like the whole thing, like this your coochie or whatever, this yours or something like that. Like that's not that crazy. But if you're with somebody like on one night stand, they saying all that, you're like, I don't know if it is mine. You might be lying.
Exactly. Mess around, say the wrong name.
Nah, the worst thing is when they're like,
I definitely put a red box.
Tell me you love me. Love what?
Who?
Oh, coming is a good one.
No,
Yeah.
like the flat out, I love you is just like it's a little too much. Just the flat out. Like, it's been 2 months. You don't love me.
It's like this is the first time you saying it. You really love me. I think coming is a good one too.
Yeah,
I had a unique one.
Okay.
There was this girl. From like up north, and she was like, "Man, you got me tripping, man." It was weird. Like it was just. I don't know how to worry about it. It's just like okay.
All right. Okay.
I don't know.
hear
That's
you.
probably the most unique one.
Nah, I mean y'all basically got the
Most unique one.
the normal ones.
Wait, Mario. I know you got some unique ones. Mario. Please tell me.
Man.
That you can remember.
But I gotta think because I gotta think about person. So let's see.
Dang, he got people.
Yeah, got the whole.
Hold on, chill. I don't got nothing that. We're not gonna talk about the cards in my head. I'm just gonna think about. Let's see who would have said something ridiculous. Oh, we're not gonna say her name, but Gio knew who I'm talking about.
Okay. What's she say?
They best
You
friend.
killing me,
That's how
Mike.
Nah, she was like, so we're doing it. And like we're about to finish. And she just screamed out, she was like, my leg's not gonna work no more. And I was hitting it from behind. And you know I'm a jokester, so I'm just sitting there trying not to laugh. And I was smelling hard as hell.
Oh,
You're sitting there smelling hard as hell.
I would try to hold it. I can't imagine you really back there. You just like.
Because
Oh my God.
anytime I'm hitting somebody from the back and they making noise, I'm already smelling. First off, that's one thing. Like I'm just sitting there cheesing, just getting it. So when she said that, I was just sitting there thinking of all types of shit. Like, damn, she gonna need a wheelchair.
Oh man,
oh my god.
they gonna have to call 911.
And then the first
Nah, I
picture
would've
that
got it
came in my
right
head was the girl from White Chick that Terry Crews puts
Oh man, she was in a whole wheelchair.
down.
Man. Oh, I'm over here crying.
But I'm gonna get back to you with the rest of them. Now I'm gonna sit here and think about it.
Nah, when they say
It's just-
when they
it's
say
just
your
some funny
name,
shit though.
say your name, that might be over with.
Man,
Say my government name. I'm like, oh shoot.
like that's in
I
China.
don't know. I don't know. I don't think I like that too much.
I ever hear about the people got lame names? They're like, how you gonna be like how we're gonna be fucking a guy named Hubert?
Oh, Hubert William.
Exactly.
Robert.
Hubert, this is yours.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like it was this one thing on Twitter. This girl, like this dude's girl cheated on him with a guy named like Hubert or some shit like that. Or Barrington or something like that. And then he wasn't even mad at like her for cheating. He was more mad that she cheated on somebody named Hubert.
Exactly. Could be a
Shit.
regular name. All right, let's move on to the next one because we've been. All right, how much of a role should sexual interaction play in a relationship?
Let's see.
I'll say a lot.
Okay. Let's premise this on this. Okay, depends on the female. Me personally, if I care about a female enough and we didn't start a relationship off with sex, I can respect you if you like. I think we talked about this before briefly. Like I can respect you if you want to wait. But if you're gonna let me test drive the car, then I gotta test drive the car to know if I want to buy the car. First of all. That's just the simplest way to put it. Like you don't want to get in a relationship with a hoopty and then like you end up getting married and you find out like it's busted out and broke it up.
Oh man.
Is this a Hellcat or is it a Dodge Caravan? That's what you gotta know.
Like you gotta know if the car's gonna be a Charger. Like you need to know if it's gonna transform like Bumblebee.
So you saying she ain't got no walls?
How many miles?
I'm just saying she don't know how to work it.
That pussy got some mileage. but sometimes you can't sleep on Dodge Caravan because sometimes the Caravan like it gets the job done. It goes a long time. Like, a Caravan might go longer than a Porsche on the low.
I'll be honest. Like I feel like it all got mileage. Like honestly, like no matter how the female is, like if they uppity bougie whatever, like you ask me for like purses, shoes, and all this stuff. Like first of all, we all know your coochie got mileage. That's what you need to worry about.
I'll be sick to my stomach thinking about that sometimes. I'm married. I'll be like, dang, you was with other niggas.
But that's a different type of right there. Like, don't be asking for all types of shit. And the only thing you can give me that I don't got right now is some coochie. And you expect me to give you the world?
Oh yeah.
You playing a different game than me. I'm playing spades and you playing goldfish.
Diane ain't asking for the Birkin bag, but she is. Diane, she about the same bracket as you.
Anybody else got any?
She actually bought me.
I'll probably just say I think it plays an important role for. It depends on like the couple and the people too, but I think it plays a role. It just can't revolve around sex. It's got to be something deeper than that for a relationship to last. I would say.
True.
That's about it.
And see, for me, like I think it's actually an important part because for me, like I was in a 2-year relationship, and I was with someone who wanted to wait, right? And like I respected that, but like at the same time, like as we got deeper into it, it felt like something was missing. Now, like that wasn't reason like why we ended things or anything, but I feel like later down the line, let's say you do get down to marriage, and I don't know, let's say like y'all aren't sexually compatible or like I don't know, you can't even learn that way. Then like, what was the point? I don't say like what was the point of waiting because this is deeper than that, but it's like I feel like it's such an important role. Like if that's missing in there, it's gonna be like weird down the line. So
yeah,
100%. Yeah,
that would have been interesting. You get married and then you'd be like, dang,
yeah,
this was it.
Also, I hate the girls that want to wait, but then they try to like see how far they can push you before you give in.
Ready to swing at that point.
You push me too far, something gonna happen.
That'd be pain, bro. You got married and the coochie wasn't gripping in the hug and
That would be, because you'd be like, dang, this is what damn.
I get a moment so fast.
Like, damn, the pitcher ain't catching the ball?
Oh, man.
oh no.
All right. Which role does money play in dating and relationships? Because money is a
I've
game
been down
changer.
that road.
Hey.
Let me speak on it, big dog.
All right.
Just seeing how far a female lets you go to spend money on her, like that's the overall test within itself. Like if your girl is okay with you buying her dinner, like every time you go out, or paying for her way every time you go out, that's the issue. Because at the end of the day, I mean, it's got to have some type of balance. Like you got to be able to pay your way at certain times, because you can't be asking me to pay for all these things and then expecting me to do extra stuff for you.
You got to be reciprocated. Got to be from both sides.
Yeah. For me, you know, I believe in like having my own money and the other person having their own money too. Like you can spend on each other, right? But it's like it goes both ways. But like if I was just paying the entire time, or like let's say I don't know, like if I got married or something and it's like only come from my bank account, but there's nothing coming back at all, then like that's when it's the issue.
That was one of the reasons I like my girl so much, because she was always I mean, she's independent in that sort of way. Same sort of thing. Have my money out, she has her money. Like we split. I'll get one meal, she'll get the next one. She get gas, I get gas. Like, and then another thing is if I buy something, say for example I buy something for her, she'd be like, oh, like this is too expensive or something like that. Like she feel like a little bit bad about you buying something too expensive. Like to me, that's a good sign. It's like, okay, like you're right. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Shoot, I understand. I've been in two situations where like my significant other got too dependent on me. Like when I was engaged before, like I ended up supporting her and her family, which is crazy. And then like, you know, that was a shit show. And then we all know about the last one, like, you know.
Oh man.
I'm paying for a whole house, gas, food, and everything. And then you still tripping, like, cause you blow your money on unnecessary shit, but then you want to go tripping shit. But you gotta understand, like, you know, that's why I hate it. Like, girls hate it when you work too much, but they want you to buy everything. How you think that's gonna happen?
Keep working.
So I mean, like, that's why personally, like, I have to have somebody like either that's on equal footing with me or like just below. Like, you know, if you're not already supporting yourself now, then I'm not gonna talk to you, because I need to know you can support yourself. That way we can support each other.
There we go.
Because I mean, in the first place, if you don't need me, we're gonna be fine.
Yeah. They gotta be reciprocated. My relationship is kind of like Kev's. But go ahead, G.
Nah, I was just saying, do you think it's okay for your girl to make more money than you? Is that an issue? Or
oh hell no. No, that's not an issue at all.
No, I don't mind.
That's optimal.
It's a pride thing, but I don't really care too much as long as I'm still doing my part. As long as she's not flaunting it in front of me and like belittling me about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, as long as you don't trip about it, because sometimes you're like, well, I want somebody to make more money than me. I was like, well, hold on.
Okay, all right. And I'm like, find that nigga then, and then you walk out.
Oh man.
You be hurt when you do. You be hurt when she does.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna walk and get upset.
Hey baby, I was playing.
Exactly.
No, I was playing, right?
The nigga do come in the house. You know what I'm about to do. About to go.
You know.
All right, I ain't say all that, but anyway, let's move on to how do you view friendships that become relationships and relationships that become friendships, and how do you safeguard your mind and feelings through those situations?
feel like you're targeting me, Cam. That's literally what just happened like just recently. So like one time I was in a relationship with 2 years. We met on the job. So like I'm a RA and she was a desk assistant. And like we were just like friends starting off. Like it's probably like a couple of weeks, couple of months or whatever. And then like we didn't even know when it happened. It just like turned into that, right? And then so we just started dating for like I said, 2 years. But then there's this like conflict of interest kind of thing. Like it wasn't bad, but like when we ended it, it was pretty mutual and it wasn't like there's no toxic feelings anywhere. So like right now, like we still talk every now and then, but it is weird because like those feelings are still there because like I spent like 2 years with you. So it's like, how do you kind of balance that? So for me, I think like you just have to keep an open mind still, but don't try not to feel like you're locked in. So like that's what I'm still working on. But it is that weird kind of dynamic because you don't want to ruin the friendship either that y'all had. But I'm not trying to like forget it and just fling it off either.
Nah, you need to start talking to hoes. I don't know what you doing. I've been trying to throw you lives the whole time. You just been trying to lay it up and hitting the bottom of the rim.
Don't catch corona though.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, nah. Yeah, no. See that's what makes it tougher too. It's like,
hey man,
Tinder. You can't go out there either.
I had one of my friends actually in the Air Force, so he was like in a relationship with this girl, and like there's some crazy shit that happened. Like she didn't have she got trained and while she was drunk, and like they broke up and stuff like that. But then they got back together, and then at the end, like they ended up breaking up anyways. And then dude got corona like the next day after they broke up. So not only was he like it's already quarantine or whatever. But not only could he just broke up with his girl, like he has nowhere to go. Like he has to stay in his room for 14 days to think about all the shit that just transpired. Like I can't imagine that.
Yeah. Jesus, she ran a train.
Chugga.
Bro, you can't. Hey, bro, look, man. Hey, look, you can't. I don't know, like I don't. When girls would be like, I got drunk, it was an accident. What do you mean accident?
Thank you.
What you mean accident? Like if you're in a relationship and you get like that in those situations, you get out of control. Like and you're in a relationship, you gotta have respect for the other person. You can't put yourself in that situation if you get drunk and then you're just gonna get choo-chooed.
What happened to me?
You said what?
You said what?
What happened to me?
What happened to you? Tell me.
I said it wouldn't happen to me.
Oh, I thought you had a story to tell. I was about to say,
hell no. Man. Now, I'm gonna have to go with you just have to find a balance to understand the dynamic of y'all relationship. I think you just have to be really specific. Like, are we friends? What is this? Like, what is this? So there ain't no feelings getting caught in the future. Like what are because I will say some females are indecisive, just to make sure she can't hear me. Some females are indecisive, and I feel like that whole we can be friends because I feel like they'll get jealous. Like on the low, I'm looking at it from Sean's situation. If you want to go talk to a girl that she knew of, I feel like she would be like all of a sudden, hey, start talking every day because girls do that. Girls are petty like that.
Yeah.
She would start hitting you up.
Be there.
She would be like FaceTime me like work. We're like, well, where you at? Like, I just feel like you just need to kind of like make it aware, like, what is this? And just put yourself out there and make it.
Yeah.
And make it what it is. Is it a friendship or because then you have no certain tie to that person to where it's like I have to do this or I have to do that.
Exactly.
For me, I have a system actually. So usually when I meet a girl, I establish in my mind whether I'm attracted to her, am I going to pursue something, whether it's sexually or relationship wise, and I keep it that way. Like if we've been in a relationship, personally, my rule is like if we dated and we broke up, something happened, because I am perfect in a relationship. So that means we're not gonna be friends. But usually, like, I'm just be straightforward. Like, if we're in a friendship and like the feelings get caught on, or we have a night where something happened, usually we just gonna talk about the next thing, figure shit out. That's just it. That's basically how I safeguard myself, because that keeps things from being complicated, or misunderstandings happen, or somebody getting their feelings involved, and we're not on the same page.
That's a good way. But also, I think it's just telling them what it is from the beginning.
Yeah.
Like, hey, like, I ain't trying to get into nothing. Because some girls are like that, but they will act funny and be like, oh, you said you liked me. I'm like, yeah, relax.
And it also takes maturity for both people. That's the biggest thing. Like, if both of y'all are not mature enough to handle it, then you shouldn't even pursue it at all.
That happened to one of the hoes one of the females I was talking to before
Before I
met my wife. It was a hoe like that.
Thank you.
I was I told her, I was like, hey, I'm not gonna be here that long. I told her I'm not gonna be in North Carolina too long. She was like, oh, it's okay, we can work something out. I'm like, I'm not looking for a relationship either. She's like, oh, it's okay. And then her feelings got hurt. And then she talked about, wow. And you know how you get that message, wow. So that's why you went to South Carolina to go see that girl? Wow. I'm like, yep. I told you I ain't want no relationship.
Yeah.
But
like, I had somebody slide in my DMs like the other day when I reposted that picture you had posted with like the guy talking.
Yeah.
And like, she was somebody I had talked to before I left Fayetteville. But I had I made sure I told everybody, like, I'm just chilling, like, we just friends, nothing like that. And like, she's tried to talk to me since, and she was really salty. So it's like, she messaged me. She's like, I don't know why you like. She's like, yeah, you could have had me a good thing. I was like, what are you talking about? She was like, you could have had me, but you didn't want me. And I was like, you are exactly right.
Oh. Feelings is hurt. It probably blocked you after that.
No, she still tried to talk to me.
Oh, okay. See, you tell the truth to these girls. Girls don't want to hear the truth. That's what they keep saying, though.
Yeah, in fact, 100%.
All right, we're gonna move on to the next one. All right, do you think that top athletes have a duty to be role models and social activists, or do you think it's their own choice? Crickets. I'm gonna say it's their own choice.
Like, it's their own choice, but it's like I would hope people want to be a role model.
I would agree. I think it's their own choice, because if James Harden came out and started trying to be a role model, it wouldn't really make much sense. Like, just let James Harden be what he's going to be, and then because LeBron, somebody else will fill that role for you. Like, that's who's more involved and who is more genuine about it as well. Mm-hmm. So I think that's why it's just the choice. Again, it'd be nice, but not everyone's built like that. So
yeah.
I agree. Like, it's a personal choice, but also, like, I wouldn't want nobody to fake it. Like,
yeah,
I wouldn't want Floyd Mayweather just because he got money to come out and fake it with everything's happening. Like, yeah, I'm donating. This is wrong. Like, after you done beat on like 3 different women, like, you just can't do it. That's not your style, Floyd.
Well, Floyd Mayweather said, he's like, oh, I read Malcolm X's book. We're like, Floyd, you read? I remember that shit with 50. That shit was so disrespectful. I know Floyd Mayweather. He can read. There ain't no way he can't read.
Yeah, he been reading that contract. He probably just look at how many zeros he's getting.
Read them dollar bills. That's what he reading.
Oh my god, this dude asked me to play a Madden game.
You're not that good.
I don't know. 118 to 28 the other day. All right, so we're gonna move past that. All right, this is the big one I want to talk about. So, what do y'all think about what happened at the Capitol building? What's y'all view of it, and who was at fault?
Okay, I would just privilege myself. I'm very limited on what I can say in this discussion.
Man, don't nobody care. This is the podcast. And close your door. Tell everybody.
I mean, it's still gonna be out there. So I'm gonna just say broadly, we know who is at fault. We know who incited it.
Yeah.
And they should definitely face charges for it. Hopefully that happens. But that was ridiculous. Like we all say, like if it was Black Lives Matter, and we saw what happened with Black Lives Matter, like they were just chilling. And dude, like they got rubber bullets and tear gas for a photo shoot in front of a church. And you telling me y'all let all these people inside acting a fool? What?
Thank you. Pushing security officers and all that.
These people walking through there like it's a interactive museum.
Exactly.
Like it was a field trip.
And like the main thing is like also like what's the cause you're doing it for, right? You know, so like with the Black Lives Matter stuff, you know, you're protesting people's lives, right? Yeah. You're just it's not even protesting, but like that's just for a loss. That's of false claims. Like what is behind that?
They're protesting because that's the biggest thing. They're really protesting because they lost fair and square. They're upset about it. They don't like it. So there's like little kids like throwing a little hissy fit.
It was just crazy. I think it was just so crazy. Like my mom called me talking about like, do you see this? I'm like, and everybody's thing was the same thing. And now if they was black, it would have been the massacre on Capitol Hill.
Yeah, it was weird seeing it live because I was like watching just like the Senate talk, and I was watching it happen live as they went into lockdown. I was like, what is happening? Like, really see everybody on the Capitol's on the steps, and then I see the video of them like breaking the windows, I'm like, what is happening? I was like, is this even happening? Is this real?
The security's letting them in. They was like pulling the gates out.
Yeah, and like it was just like, weird, like how easy it was for them to get in. That's really what surprised me. Because like what I always would bring up is like, you know, you got crazy people just riding in, but what if there was like an actual terrorist just blending in with them, like with some type of bomb or something? And then
it was a dude. Two people I know actually. So actually three. So it's a third person who was placing pipe bombs around. They didn't find. They arrested this dude, another dude that had like 11 Molotov cocktails that he made at home, a semi-automatic and a pistol, and then they arrested another guy that had an automatic. Semi-automatic and pistol. So I mean, they wasn't there for no reason. They definitely there to cause some damage.
Yeah.
I think one thing about this, like everything that y'all said is right, but it's all about like, again, it goes back to Sean's point with the purpose. And in a way, it's like it kind of like they kind of probably a lot of people knew that Trump was going to lose and he wasn't going to like actually get in to office. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they're just that they're that fucking stupid. But to come up and show that that all these alt-right white people can come up and go to the state capitol and get in and have that privilege to go and do that is just like showing like one last bang. Like, and it's all based around hate. They're supporting somebody, not like most people are going there supporting the president because of their hate that they've developed and that they can now show because Donald Trump was the president for the past 4 years. And it's like their last like go about it at doing that in such an open and public place. And it's like, it's literally just a slap in the face to everything that was going on with Black Lives Matter for them to go to the state capitol and not have nothing happen because half the people who were who were the security guards for the police are right there marching with them. And it's just a demonstration of, although Trump's getting out of here, we still like, they think that they still own everything. And that's what it is. And that's the sad thing about it. And it's a sad reality that nothing's actually done and that people weren't, I mean, a lot of people, when I was with them, I was like, I want like the National Guard to come and open fire. All the people, even that boy from, I don't know what he won. I forgot what the dude in the wheelchair, he's Republican. He's from like Asheville or something. He was rolling his wheelchair to the state capitol. Boy, we'll get him out of here too. Fuck him. Boy's wheeling his wheelchair. That shit was going to be over by the time he got there. Fuck wrong with him. Like that, like, I don't know. I know it's got to be tiring, and it's just really sad for that to be demonstrated to still, because people, I don't really think that much is going to change. And the whole problem with Donald Trump is just, I mean, he showed everyone's true colors, which I guess can be a positive because everyone know like all the cards are on the table for where everyone stands now. But at the same time, like they feel like people like that feel empowered and feel like they have a voice and feel like they can do that shit. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
The Trumpsters, man.
And it's like different. It's like, they could protest or whatever, just like, in the streets, but like storming a building is different, like Black Lives Matter just in the street, or like any other protest just in the streets, but like trying to get into a government building, like where the stuff was actually happening too. And so like, you're putting other people's lives in danger like trying to mess with election results and stuff. So.
And they were the ones, and another thing too about that is like they're the ones who were calling like all the Black Lives Matter stuff riots when shit wasn't no fucking riots. They weren't like Black Lives Matter. All the people marching weren't inciting any violence. It's always the police is doing it, and then all Trump, white people, Trump people, whoever it may be, saying that these are all violent riots, and they're like, oh, and then people are always like, oh, go to Martin Luther, point to Martin Luther King. He did everything peacefully, like, and then they're gonna come and do some shit like this where it's not peaceful, gonna like go into the state capitol, break windows, cause fucking mayhem. Like it's ridiculous. So it's sad.
It was sad to see, but at least people getting arrested. I will say they did the right thing on that. It took them a while.
Going there with no mask though, like
no mask city.
Like so anti-mask that they didn't care, about hiding their identity.
Yeah, I see the
deal. Yeah, it's not during a pandemic. That shit is crazy. I feel you.
that dude took the podium, was trying to sell it on eBay. I don't know if y'all saw that.
No, I didn't.
I was like, this dude is crazy.
Somebody probably gonna buy it.
Oh no, he got charged. He probably had to get that back. They got him in jail.
Oh yeah.
They got him. All right, so we're at our top 5 now, and this is actually kind of sports related. The top 5 game changers in the NBA and top 5 game changers in the NFL. Which one do y'all want to work on?
Let's do NFL first, since it is wild card weekend.
All right, top 5 game changers. Who? Anybody want to go first?
I'll go. So obviously you got Patrick Mahomes.
All right.
I'm gonna throw Tyreek Hill in there.
I was about to. We gotta do it the same way, that draft way.
Okay, let's go.
All right. So you said Pat Mahomes.
All
right. Who's next?
Just do one.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson. I don't know that much about the NFL, but I know that much that he won that game today. So.
All right. Anybody else? Because I'm definitely gonna say, what's his name? Jalen Ramsey. I'm going, because he almost put the clamps on DK the other day. DK was not.
He did put the clamps on DK.
I mean, like, DK got his catches, but if it was any other corner, it would have been.
Let's see.
Anybody else?
I mean,
we should do NBA, because I feel like everybody's more notable with NBA players. Yeah, we should do NBA. People are more aware with the NBA players. Because I know, Sean, you know a couple of NBA players. Am I correct?
Oh no, bro, I don't know any. Of course I do.
I was about to say.
Come on, man.
I was definitely about to be like, all right, Sean Brown is getting kicked out of the. All right, we should do NBA.
Julio Jones?
I didn't say that, but I was going to change it to NBA, because NFL is kind of like, I guess, our realm, because it's just me and Demario, and I don't know if Kevin watches.
I don't watch much NFL.
I don't really watch NFL crazy like that. So.
Oh, me and Demario's realm, so I could just name off. So NBA, top 5 game changers in the NBA. Who Demario, you can start it off.
LeBron James, go with the first one. Come on.
Okay. Kev, you can go.
LaMelo Ball.
Oh my gosh.
I was LaMelo Ball going stupid. First triple double.
All right.
There.
All right, Sean, you can
the
go
whole
next.
franchise.
Vince Carter.
He's retired.
Wait.
Are you talking about current or just all time?
Yeah. Are we talking about current or all time? If we say all time, like what is this, like this season?
We should do current. Just do current.
Cool, current. Okay, so I'll say current LaMelo. If we're not doing current, I say Steph Curry, because Steph Curry changed how people play basketball.
That's true.
Kawhi.
Okay. G, it's on you.
I would have to say, I'm gonna say, and it's gonna flip my tongue, pause, but I just can't like. I say Giannis, just
I
in
was
a
gonna say
matter
that
of
to you.
size
Okay.
and
Yeah.
being able to be
Oh, I was about to say, I'm saying KD. I'm surprised nobody said that.
position.
That's why you didn't say
Was
Westbrook.
Nah, I was gonna say KD because he's a 7 foot dude who can do anything.
exactly.
He can do
Mhm.
anything.
Exactly.
Mhm.
I don't know how they lost it to the to the Hornets, but it happens.
That Hornets not that's because of LaMelo Ball.
Yeah.
First of all, that's because what's his name missed the game winning three, and then KD missed the game winning shot, and then they lost.
Mhm.
Hey, that was the word. The other night was the Hornets when all that shit with the Capitol building happened. That boy Gordon Hayward had 42. He picked the wrong night to have 40.
Yeah.
He picked the wrong night to have 40. That's not the night to do it.
All right. I think I'm going one more
There's so
time.
many names.
Yeah. I was gonna say Giannis, but yeah, already said that.
Dang, we should add we should add all time too, because I'm thinking like, right, it's only so many names.
I mean, it's more. You got Kyrie.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm thinking like
It's a lot more.
game change, like Derrick
It's
Rose.
like
When you say Kyrie?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like I think Derrick Rose too.
True.
Back in the day, he was.
Boy, back. Yeah. Did he be so explosive? I feel like that's why he
Yes,
messed
that
himself
was
up.
just
That's like,
yeah. Relax.
well, he's going a little too hard. I'm like, come on, man. I remember I had D Rose, everything. I had like the D Rose like shorts and the Adidas shoes
Oh yeah.
and matching socks with them. I had a whole D Rose outfit.
Oh shoot.
Then he went out of commission. I was like, ooh.
Still
I
shooting.
was like, this bad. I was like, this bad luck to be wearing it now. I'm about
Chill.
to injure myself.
You also got who was it?
we ain't gonna sit here and talk about my boys.
Zion. Oh yeah.
Zion.
I'm big as hell. Pause.
Bro, it's so he's like he's
Chubby's
younger
ass?
than me, man. Like, but this dude's huge.
Yeah.
Oh.
Every pause on that one.
You got Jason Tatum.
That's true. That he just grew.
Jaylen Brown also.
6'10".
If Ingram could be consistent.
Anthony Davis.
If Ingram could be consistent.
Yeah, Brandon Ingram nice though.
Oh yeah. The Brown. His shots are like not. Yeah.
He get
Chris Paul has been solid though.
Chris Paul this year is like he's helping.
Mhm.
I think he's helping that young core over in Phoenix tremendously.
Devin Booker. I don't know.
Devin Booker, all them. Yeah, all them.
Especially with Chris Paul being right there.
Dang.
Exactly.
Best point guard in the league. But
can we talk about how goddamn good North Carolina or just the Carolinas are at basketball in general? Like how small of a state we are and how many players we produce. Yeah. I know it sounds stupid, but even South Carolina, you can throw in South Carolina with Ja and like Zion too. Just our two states put together is ridiculous. You got Chris Paul, Brandon Ingram. Like Kingston's something crazy. It's like one out of every 53 players on the varsity team goes to the NBA. Like Reggie Bullock, Brandon Ingram, Montrezl Harrell, Bam Adebayo, Chris Clemens from Raleigh, Jerome Robinson from Raleigh. I'm just gonna fight with him. Devontae Graham. Who else?
Demario Valentine.
But yeah, both of the Martin twins for the Hornets. I mean, it's so many players from like it's so many good players from North Carolina that
So what are y'all predictions for Junior?
For who?
Junior Smith.
That's a good question.
I want him to do so. I miss that boy. Like I want him to play. I want him to find a place where he can really thrive because I think if he get a shot right, it's kind of over.
I think what it is, and I don't think it's anything with his talent. I think it's his attitude.
Yeah, I think he has like this Derrick Rose type mentality. Like a lot of the flashy dunks and stuff is not called for. Like he's just trying to show off to the point where he just want to show people he's fighting to where he wants to like get recognition, but at the same time, it's like it's not helping him win. So you can do crazy dunks and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, you still got if he had a better foundation of a team, New York is okay, but it's not like I don't think he'll be able to grow like he should with the Knicks.
I don't know. The Knicks are always a mess.
Mm-hmm.
Dennis Smith was so cold in high school. Like his mixtapes were stupid. Like
Oh
the
my
shit
God.
he was doing was ridiculous.
He brought it all the way back.
Bro, but the coldest thing I've ever seen was he's about to throw a lob to like Bam because they play in the same AAU team. And he went from the free throw line. He jumped and Bam thought he was gonna throw a lob. And he said he went like this, threw it off the backboard, landed, jumped again, and they caught that thing back here and just threw it down. I was just like,
Yeah.
it was ridiculous.
And Demario and Gio, y'all got to see him at Fayetteville State when he did a dunk contest.
Yeah.
That dude used to ride my bus in middle school. I remember when he was a little bitty head, little kid. Of course, I saw him.
Man,
I don't want to drop myself.
Somebody told me his sister was bad when I was at Fayetteville State.
She used to be.
Oh
man.
You said it's so quick.
Yeah. She used to be.
What happened?
Something happened.
I don't know what.
Shit, it happened quick though.
Man,
Probably had a kid.
maybe.
Some say
Alright.
did something to me.
All right, well that's pretty much it. Y'all got anything else? Y'all can add y'all. Oh yeah, y'all can add y'all at names. I'm glad we was able to get the YouTube sensation Sean Brown on here. Oh my God.
Hey yo, just reached 57,000 subs.
Exactly.
Oh,
Trying to
man.
get 100K by end of 2021.
Exactly. Shout me out on your page. And I'm not playing. I'm not playing.
No, if you put up, I'll link it. So.
Oh, let's go. Now,
Just know like most of them are skaters, so the click-through rate may not be good, but I'll put it up for sure.
Man, just do some fake clickbait. Just be like, I got caught skateboarding, and my boy Cam said, and then that's it.
Man, he's gonna lose subscribers off that one.
Oh yeah, most likely.
People don't play about
that. What is this?
What type of content we on?
Niggas gonna be in the comments like, Sean, this is not what we came here for. This is not what we came here for. This is not what we want to see today.
Hey, but just know, I care about you, Cam, because I stopped Attack on Titan, the most recent episode, just to get in here.
Oh yeah,
I was already in the episode.
Yeah, I'm about to go watch that right after this.
Yeah. Literally had like an advisory warning at the top at the beginning of the episode talking about graphic content. I was like, ooh.
Oh shoot.
That is better.
All right. So this is another episode of the 919 Air It Out podcast, and I'd like to thank Demario for setting up the questions, Kev and G and Sean for joining the show, and that's all we got for today.
All right.